Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I am so excited today to be doing this makeup look. I had one of my lovely subscribers request if I could do an evening look for her using affordable drugstore makeup. I love my drugstore makeup. It is what I'm gravitating towards these days as we're still working our way through this pandemic. I am gearing myself towards the drugstore makeup, so I thought it was a fabulous idea to create something that you guys could be wearing out in the evening, whatever kind of event you have. Yeah, so I created this kind of dark, smoky, shimmery eye look with like a nude vibe. So if you guys would like to see how I created this look, then just keep watching. All right, for my foundation today, I'm going to be using the Wet n Wild Photo Focus foundation. This is the dewy finish. You can get it in the matte as well, and I have it in the shade Classic Beige. So I really like this one. Lasts beautifully during the day and just gives you a little bit of glow, but like not too much. So we just finished up a long weekend of hockey. Both of my boys were in a hockey tournament this weekend and they both made it to the semifinals. So between the two of them, we had 5 games. So that's 10 games over the span of 3 days. So it was a lot of hockey, but it's so nice to be back in the rinks and just seeing everybody and having teams come in from out of town to play and just like some normalcy, because we're still trying to get back to that up here in Canada. For my concealer, I'm going in with my favorite drugstore concealer, which is the Maybelline FitMe. Out of every concealer I've tried, this has been my favorite. So I'm just gonna stick to the inner corners. I've kind of just been working with concealer there lately and not going out so much to like the crow's feet area. I can buff it out that way, but I just don't want to put too much product on the fine lines there because it's just starting to enhance them, but you can just kind of buff it out towards that way. So keeping like the center of light here more in the middle of the face. And then there's just not too much of a buildup on that skin. For my contour, I'm gonna go in with the e.l.f. contour palette. I love this palette. It is very affordable and the shades are very pigmented. So I'm just gonna go in with the deepest color and I'm going to start a little bit higher, like leaving a lot of light right here and just kind of buffing in a circle and then coming down under this part of my cheek. So you're getting like a, instead of coming straight across or going right up on the cheek, a lot of people are enjoying that. It's not really my favorite way of doing a contour. I just kind of like it right in the middle, but giving it an angle, like coming down in, so you just get that chiseled look. So for my jawline contour, I just like to go right behind my ear and then on my neck, underneath my jaw. Just drag it down, just buffing it out. Okay, so I'm going to do a little bit of nose contour as well. I'm just taking this little brush, this duo brush from e.l.f. and the smaller side. Just going to tap off the excess and just come down the sides of my nose. and just on the tip. And you can just kind of blend it through with your fingers as well. Now with the other side of the complexion brush, I'm just going to go into the warmer, lighter color and use that as my bronzer, and I'll just blend that through the contour, and I'll kind of just buff out any harsh lines. Now if you want to enhance the contour a little bit more, you can go into this warm ivory tone and just take a flat brush and go underneath your contour. And that just really gives you a little bit more precision, and then just blend it through with a powder brush as well. But you can bring it up near the ear, and that'll just give you a little bit more chisel. You can do it with the sides of the nose as well. I used to really like to do this when I contoured my nose a lot. Just bring the lighter shade right up to your contour line, and it'll just kind of give you a little bit more precision. All right, here is where we're gonna get more dramatic with the eye look. This will be what really sets this out to be an evening look. So I put some of the Maybelline FitMe concealer on my eyelids just to take out any darkness in the corners and just to give my eye a little bit of primer. I'm using the Sephora eyeliner. I was using the e.l.f. black eyeliner before that, so definitely check that one out. It is very good. So what I'm going to try to do for the smoky eye is kind of keep the darkness closer to the lash line, just so we don't have it going up into the crease too much with our deep set eyes. I just don't want to create too much of a mess up in there. So I'm just gonna casually go along the lash line with my eyeliner first, because we're gonna buff this out. So I'm just gonna use this little square brush from e.l.f. and I'm just gonna buff out the liner. You just hold the eye taut. And we're gonna go over this with black eyeshadow. Okay, so for the eyeshadow look, I'm just going to use this little e.l.f. bite-size palette. It's got this beautiful sparkly shimmery black in it, a nice matte chocolate brown, this taupe color, and then this beautiful kind of like gunmetal silver foiled color. So I'm just going to take a flat brush and go into the black shade first and just pat that along. Kind of like the guide I gave myself with the eyeliner. And the eyeliner underneath will just give it more pigment and just something more to adhere to, so that you get a little bit more longevity out of the look. And just with smoky eye looks, just keep lightly putting colors on and just keep blending. Like, do it in stages and in layers, little by little, instead of putting on a whole lot of pigment and trying to blend it around. It'll be harder to work with. And open your eyes too and kind of just look where the shadow is going, especially if your eyes are not the same shape. Now I'm going to start working with the chocolate brown and just a little bit of a fluffier flat brush and just patting that on top. All right, again, I'm just going to buff it out. And now I'm going to take the taupe color and go up on my brow bone with that and into the crease, just to kind of blend it all through. But I'm going to stick more to the outer corner. I don't want to put too much in and around there. I want to have a little bit of lightness to the eye still. Now I'm going to go to the bottom, so I'm going to take my eyeliner and go in the waterline of my lower lash line and just go all the way across. And you can tight line your upper lash line too now if you want. I'm going to take this tiny little concealer brush from e.l.f. and I'm going to go into the matte brown shade and I'm going to go right into my lower lash line and try to kind of blend through. You can kind of just take your little brush and just give yourself a little wing. Now I'm going to go into the taupe shade and just buff it out even more. All right, I'm gonna use one of these little foamy sponge brush things. You could use your finger or you could even spray one of your flat brushes with some makeup setting spray. And I'm gonna go into the foiled color and I'm just gonna start placing it all over the lid. And for this part, we can get up into the bright area of our eye. It doesn't have any shadow underneath, so it's just going to reflect the light and the foiled color. Now I'm going to take a flat brush and go back into the shimmery black tone. If you can hear my dog sleeping, if you can hear my dog snoring, she's really loud on the couch right now. I'm going to stick to the outer corner with this and just kind of follow along the lash line and kind of follow along the tiny wing that we created underneath with the dark brown tone. Just gonna kind of give us a little bit of a cat eye on top of it, being more of a smoky eye. Just gonna add depth to the corners too. So I took a little bit of the bronzing color from the contour palette because it's lighter than the taupe shade in the eyeshadow palette, and I just kind of blended that through up on my brow bone just to add a little bit of warmth and just blend that transition color through. And then I just went under my eyes a little bit with it as well. It's just giving a little bit of warmth with the cooler tones, and it's kind of making those cooler tones pop a little bit more. So I added some mascara. I used the Lash Princess from Essence. This is my favorite, also very affordable. I love it, love it, love it so much. And I just stuck to the outer corners of my lashes. I don't do my bottom lashes. It just does not look good on me. If it does, if you like that look, I think that will enhance kind of the smokiness underneath if you want to do that as well. So I'm going to go in with this blush set from Wet n Wild in the shade I Met Someone. I'm just going to place that up on my cheeks, more on the apples, and just kind of blend that through. It's kind of like a peachy iridescent shade. Just adding a little bit of glow to the skin. So I first lined my lips with my Annabelle eyebrow pencil in the shade Taupe. Apparently this is like a thing now, a new hack, a new makeup hack to find your perfect lip liner is use your eyebrow shade. And this is not my eyebrow shade, but I have been lining my lips with an eyebrow pencil for 10 plus years. More than that. Before I had kids, I was doing it. Apparently it's a thing now, but you heard it here first. I've been doing it forever. So yeah, I've probably been doing it longer than some of the girls that do little makeup hack tricks have been alive. They were probably babies when I started doing it. So I'm gonna go over the taupe shade with a soft contouring Peachy Keen lip liner from Essence. And that is just gonna give me an even more natural lips shade, like perfect. Looks like my natural lips. So for my lipstick color, I use the shade Nude Lust from Maybelline. This is probably my favorite nude from the drugstore, and it's so hydrating that you don't even need to put a gloss over top of it. Like, it just keeps your lips feeling and looking hydrated, and it's such a good nude. So I just gave myself a little spray from the Shake, Fix and Glow, the Catrice setting spray. You can use whatever favorite setting spray that you have. But this is the final look, the final evening affordable makeup look. I love the way it turned out. I think the eye look is gorgeous, stunning for us with our deep set eyes. If you kind of follow along the pattern that I did, you shouldn't have a problem, shouldn't have any kind of dark creasing, dark shadows everywhere, making everything look a little messier, a little deep set. I think that this would be stunning for any kind of event. Yeah, and if you want to go a little bit fuller coverage with your foundation, you can always apply a little bit more. I like a light medium look, so I didn't keep putting it on. And yeah, this makeup look should last you all night. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you guys are all doing well, and I will see you guys again soon.